The federal government of Nigeria has announced a major breakthrough in the fight against terrorism with the captures of the leaders of Jama'atu Ansaru Muslimina Fil Biladiz Sudan Ansaru, an Al-Qaeda affiliate operating in Nigeria. At a press briefing in Abuja, the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, confirms that Mahmoud Mohammed Usman alias Abu Bara Abbas Mukhtar, the self-styled Emir of Ansaru, and his deputy, Mahmoud Al-Nigeri alias Malam Mahmouda, were apprehended in a series of coordinated intelligence-led counter-terrorism operations conducted between May and July 2025. The NSA disclosed that the two men had been on the wanted list of Nigeria, the United States, the United Kingdom, and the United Nations for their roles in orchestrating terrorist attacks, kidnappings, and armed robberies used to finance terrorism over the years. Malam Ribadu describes the arrest as one of the most significant counter-terrorism successes in Nigeria's history.
For years, they jointly spearheaded multiple attacks on civilians, security forces, and critical infrastructure. Their operatives include the 2022 Kuje prison break, the attack on the Nigerian uranium facility, the 2013 abduction of French engineer Francis Hollow in Katsina, the May 1st, 2029 kidnapping of Alhaji Musa Umar Magadin Darigyawa, and so many other terrorist incidents and attacks. They were also behind the abduction of the Emir of Wawa, and they maintained active links with terrorist groups across the Maghreb, particularly in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. The two men who are wanted internationally are currently in our custody. The capture of Abu Bara and Malam Mahmouda, the group's leaders and deputy commander, respectively marks one of the most significant achievements to date in our ongoing effort to rid Nigeria of the threat of terrorism. The successful decapitation of the leadership of this dangerous franchise marks the most decisive blow against Ansaru since its inception.
The public was, however, urged to remain vigilant and continue to provide timely information to security agencies as Nigeria pushes towards the complete dismantling of Ansaru's networks. On his part, the Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, applauded the security agencies and emphasized that the Tinubu administration remains committed to protecting lives and property. He said recent coordinated operations underscore the unity of the armed forces and security agencies.
And second, to begin, I have maintained consistently that you do not give civil authorities or your attendant to these terrorist criminals who are trying day and night to make sure that all of us do not find a place to sleep in this country. The gentlemen who are all seated here are trying day and night to ensure that all of us sleep in our homes. Therefore, extolling or showcasing or promoting the activities of these criminal elements does not in any way help our dear country. We all know that these are the enemies of Nigeria and they must be treated as such. Those who are fighting terrorism in this country are being so, sometimes even paying by the supreme price for it. They are your friends, they are your brothers, they are your daughters, they are your sons. I don't see how anybody will glorify anyone who is interested in killing any of the people that I mentioned. It's incumbent on all of us to ensure that we work collaboratively together so that Nigeria can be free again.
The minister therefore cautioned the Nigerian media against amplifying the activities of terrorists, urging journalists instead to spotlight the sacrifices of security forces working to keep the country safe.